Good morning, artists. Welcome back to the Middle Ages. We are going to do another art project about this time, and I'm going to get started. Okay, let's do that. Okay, today's assignments are the rose window design. So the Middle Ages, also called the Dark Ages, is the time the Roman Empire has collapsed. Money's scarce. People are fighting over land. Nobody's really teaching in any schools. Food is scarce. Everybody is ready to battle everybody else for resources that they had under the Roman Empire. So, castles, which you drew last week, are really just strong houses to protect everything that they want to keep away from the other people trying to get it. And y'all, I enjoyed your castles. You did much better with craftsmanship now that I was pointing it out and grading it. And today I'm also going to grade for craftsmanship. But during this time, not a lot of people learned to read. They were too busy trying to fight, create weapons, make food, basic necessities. So there were some people still learning to read, like preachers and high governing officials learned how to read and do math. But for the most part, all us common folk did not. But we still had artists and we still went to church and we still lived under somebody telling us what to do. And so the preachers, priests, monks decided to put the stories out of the Bible into the windows. And artists or artisan, they didn't really consider themselves straight up artists, um, kind of figured out how to make colored glass. So that's how you get stained glass windows. My church still has some stories in the stained glass window. And the last time I went to somewhere kind of fancy, we went to a courthouse, and the courthouse also had like the state seal and stuff in a stained glass window in Atlanta. In Atlanta, I was looking for some records, and I was like, wow, they still have because most government buildings are kind of sleek and modern. They don't like that kind of old aesthetic. Our state house has some stained glass in it, but it's pretty old too in South Carolina. So here is the rose window design assignment for today. It's due tomorrow. Um, this one is the famous rose window that it caught on fire not too long ago, about what, 6 years ago, for the Notre Dame. It's one of the most beautiful, one of the most visited ones. It's so far away you can't see the stories on there, but it's beautifully done. I haven't seen it since they opened it. Um, but I'm pretty sure they probably restored it just as it is. It was such a notorious tourist attraction. Here it is in person. Hopefully you can hear it. There's some organs playing. That's a sculpture by Michelangelo, and you can get the sheer size of that stained glass window. There's no way you could look at all the stories that are represented in that window because it's really big. It's really big. And it's of course, in a church. That one, um, that video is before it was burned down, but it's just recently reopened. All right, so today you create a radial design, kind of like the rose window. So to create a radial design, you have to divide your picture up. So if you're using Sketch of School, you're pretty lucky because in Sketch of School, and I'm going to try and show it to you before I end this video. Um, there is a ruler that allows you to divide it up to radial symmetry. So, of course, mine's a little different than yours, but the ruler, we'll see if it'll flip upside down. No, let's unplug it now. The ruler, when you turn it on, will let you turn on symmetry. And to get radial, you have to select one of those three. Once you select it, you only have to draw in one square because everything you draw will be in the other squares. Oh, it would help if I would do a color. All right, so I'm going to draw in one square and it just magically appears in the other squares. To get all your points for your radial symmetry, it needs to have two lines of symmetry. And if you do this on paper, whatever you put in one square, you got to repeat. If your sketch of school works, whatever you put in one square is going to automatically repeat. It needs to have at least three colors. It has to have symmetry. And it's got to show good craftsmanship. It's got to have symmetry. It's got to have at least three colors, and it's got to have good craftsmanship. And then that's your stained glass window. Let's go back and look at our next one. Okay. So that's for today. And then Wednesday's assignment that's asynchronous. Oops. Let me go find it. Is line again, part 2. So you can, this time you're going to create a calm lines picture. Doesn't necessarily have to be of anything, but it needs calm lines, which are horizontal and vertical. Horizontal and vertical lines. It can have as many colors you want, or it can have no colors, but it can only use those two lines. And then please circle which line goes with which vocabulary word. Which line is horizontal, which line is vertical, which line is zigzag, which line is curved, and which line is diagonal. And that's Wednesday's asynchronous assignment. All right, you guys, y'all have a great day.